Today is November the 24th, 2015. The time being 9:52 a.m. Central Time or Charleston, Missouri time. I just want to show you this here again. It says Charleston Department of Public Safety Police Substation. 702 Vine Street, that is. Phone number 573-683-4249. If you dial that number, unless they just changed it, it'll tell you it's disconnected. No good. Here's another one that said Drug Hotline 1-888-773-DOPE, dope. If you dial that, it'll have nothing to do with dope. Look up here. Department of Public Safety Police Substation, 702 Vine Street. That's right here. This is a housing project, an old housing project. Until I got to complaining the past almost year or so, this same place, the lights used to be on, so they stopped putting the lights on. If you see right up here, they have 3 cameras on the top of this roof. And them cameras is supposed to be monitored by the Charleston Housing Authority, which is called the CHA. Don't get it mixed up with the Chicago Housing Authority, but it's the Charleston Housing Authority. They have a big screen television to monitor what's going on in these projects. And Paul Page is the director of this Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. Also, Bobby Hearns or Robert Hearns, the chief of police here in Charleston, Missouri, they have at the police station, the open police station, because this is a closed substation. It had been closed for a long time. But the open police station, I believe it's 204 North Main Street, which is on the northeast side. The northeast side. This is the southwest side. Bobby Hearns and them have a big screen television just like Paul Page to monitor this. These is not the only cameras. If you look around on these poles, all around, there's cameras everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. But I want to take you on this street. This is Vine Street where I live. I've been living here since my daughters, which is 9 and 10, they was 6 months, I believe, and 18 months old, but they're 9 and 10 now. If you look all the way down here on Vine here, this would be Vine Street going east. But at that stop sign, which is Lee Street, our block starts there to here. Then you look down this way at that stop sign. But you look right to the right of the stop sign is the police substation, unmanned. That's the end of our block. This block is a very peaceful block. Not saying other places are not, but we have so much violence. And my reasoning is this spot down here I'm taking you to is right over here by my house. You see what I have on here? No trespassing. That's for police and anybody else. If you don't have any warrants, don't come on my property. Because I don't trust 99.99% of the police department here. But right in this area here, December the 12th, 2010, a young female was beaten by her boyfriend and then shot to death. But if this station here was open, all these cameras that they have on this thing, if Paul Page would monitor these projects, this young female would be born. This young female would still be alive today. But she's not alive today because these people failed her. On November the 8th, 2011, the police department failed a young 34-year-old black man named G Unit. who was shot and killed by Keith Bradford, a white police officer. Shot and killed after he'd been tased 2 times. Keith Bradford was on the scene, a police officer, white. His mother, Brenda Bradford, was on the scene, white. Chief Bobby Hearns was on the scene, white. And you had a black sergeant by the name of Percy Owens was on the scene. Percy Owens' statement said, why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. But then when they had the investigation by the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Percy Owens didn't tell that same statement. If they did, Keith Bradford would have been fired. Arthur Cassell, the president of the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri, also he's the pastor at Mercy Seat Baptist Church here. If you check his record, he has no history of fighting any type of civil rights cases. He's not going to go up against these people. Them same people that he took a picture with on October the 29th, 2015 in front of the Mississippi County Courthouse in Charleston, Missouri, he stood up there with Bobby Hearns and the rest of them white people that was in there, the state's attorneys. Suzanne Wesley and all of them told him he bet not march. He said he was going to demand that Keith Bradford be taken off the police force. Keith Bradford ain't been took off the police force. He was laid there and put on administrative leave, which they do in all shootings, but he was getting paid, a paid vacation. This ain't the first time Keith Bradford shot a black. Check the history in East Prairie. He shot a young youth. I believe he shot him in the back, a black man, a black young man. They sent him from East Prairie, 10 or 12 miles from here to Charleston, Missouri, right on another police force. Nothing ever happened to him. My reasoning for this here is to tell y'all, I won't be here all the time. Sooner or later, God gonna send me somewhere else. Noah preached for 120 years, and they didn't believe him when he told them it was gonna rain until it started to rain, and then when he got on that ark, they couldn't get in. God done showed me what to show y'all, that you can go up against these people, but you go on another front. You don't fight them on their own front. Get an outside judge to come in and see how powerful they are. G-Unit and that young female and all the other blacks that been shot up and down Vine Street or in these areas where the projects are at, and I'm not talking about people in the projects. I'm just saying Paul Page get paid HUD money. Think about it. All them people in that unified coalition against violence, they haven't did anything to try to stop violence here. All they doing is getting grant money. Lesker Gillespie and Suzanne Wesley Learning Center. Sherry Maxwell and Lincoln University. All 5 of them churches. Look and see who's the president or the member of these Kiwi clubs who have these blacks going to these stores, standing outside the stores soliciting people to buy things, to put in a kitty so they can just hand it out. And then the Kiwi club and Bobby Hearns and his Kiwi club and his 5K running club, they get the credit for it. But look who they get the money to. The newspaper showed it clearly. They give it to Suzanne Wesley. G&H gave Suzanne Wesley and them a building. What they doing for blacks? Ask some of these black mothers and blacks that's out here that's going through the program with Suzanne Wesley for the GED. Ask them what happened this year. They said they don't have the funds to let them go take the GED, but they took them through the program. If they had the money to take them through the program, when they've done, when they go to Seymour to take it in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Suzanne Wesley's supposed to pay for it. Where's that $299,000 plus that Suzanne Wesley Learning Center got just last year from the United States Department of Justice? What is Bobby Hearns and them doing with this money? It's bullets still in my house, in the side of my house, that they haven't had the funds to get an investigator to come take it out. They can't pay to keep this here open, but they got a new dog catcher truck. Don't you know that dog catcher truck have to cost about $20,000 or more? They got all these new little Dodge Chargers, and I believe Impellas. But what are they doing? Besides collecting money, they protecting the east side of town. They don't care about the west side of town. I'm gonna leave you as I came. But one day God gonna send me somewhere else. And as far as for you city people that study following me in these blue trucks or stopping and asking people who I work for. I work for God. I'm an ambassador of Jesus Christ, dispatching this cruel, evil, and racist town to let people know they don't have to be afraid of y'all. Peace be still.